Hi guys and welcome back. So what we're going to be quickly looking at here is some of the attributes that you can give a video. And we've already kind of given two attributes here, the width and the controls. And I just wanted to show you the kind of stuff that you can do with HTML5 video that's as simple as writing in what these say. So we'll start off with this autoplay. Now what autoplay does is literally as soon as the video is ready, it'll start playing. In terms of kind of web standards, this isn't something I'd advise using because if you've ever been on a website and you've got a video that automatically plays, it's very annoying. And one other reason for doing it, and this kind of links in with this preload thing here, if you've got a user that's accessing a website from a slow connection, and as designers and developers, we're still sort of thinking about users that are on 56k modems, and if it's a big video, you're going to slow that user down a hell of a lot, which is why it's advised that you don't autoplay, nor should you preload, because if a user doesn't want to watch a video, or they can't watch a video that's so big because their internet's just so slow, it's advisable that you don't use autoplay or preload for these reasons. And autoplay is particularly annoying, again, just going back to what I said earlier, that if you've ever been on a website which autoplays audio or video, it's really quite annoying and will probably put users off. And this controls is something that we've already put in. So literally this just adds controls to the video, the play button, the pause button, the seeker, the volume controls. And this is something that I definitely would advise putting in here. However, you can actually make your own controls using JavaScript, and this is something that we're going to look at in this series as well. I'm not going to be necessarily making a play or a pause button, but we're going to be changing the height or the width of the video. But it is something that you can put in there, or you can create your own using JavaScript. So this is probably a good thing to put in, but it's not necessary if you're looking to make your own controls. The height and the width, these two kind of come in together. Now in this video here, we've actually specified the width, and that was to sort of lower the sort of resolution, if you like, of the video. But when we specified the width, we didn't specify the height, and the height still changed. And the reason for this is because of the way videos work. They are proportional. It's not like an image, for example, that if you to change the width of it, it would skew. You only really need to choose one of these to change the sort of height of both, and these will remain proportional, as you've really already seen. So if I'll just sort of reiterate this if you missed it. So I've taken that width thing out. I'll save that. We'll go back into the video that we've started making. If I refresh this, it goes back to the same size, the original size, I should say. And if I just pop that width back in, refresh it, as you can see, the video remains proportional. The point I'm trying to make here is that this is all sort of the height and the width kind of goes into itself. Loop specifies if the video will start again. I'm kind of indifferent to this. To me, this would probably annoy me if I finish watching a video and then it plays from the start again. I don't really see why you would want this, but perhaps you can think of a reason that you do. The muted thing here specifies if the output of the video should be muted. Well, what this says is that when the video plays, it'll be sort of automatically muted, and these would have to unmute it. You might find a legitimate use for that, perhaps. Sometimes videos do load when they're muted. I can't think of a real-life purpose that you would use, but maybe you can. It's not overly irritating unless people play a video and they expect that they'll hear volume straight away. It might confuse people, I guess, but again, there's probably a more legitimate use for this than I'm thinking of. Poster. Now, I'm going to come back to this because we're going to be putting this in. I've already kind of spoken about preload and why I think it's a bad idea, and then we've just got the source, which is the source of the video file, something that we have used and something that we have to use, so which we've done here, src. So I mentioned about this poster. Well, a poster is an image that will appear before the image is played. So I may as well just give you the example of this. So in the root directory, we've got this images folder, and we have a PNG file called image.png, and it's just this PHP Academy logo. And this, in a sense, you could sort of, if this is a specific frame that you like, that you want to represent the video when it's loaded, or perhaps you want to put your company's logo on there or something like that, then this is why this would be a good idea. It does mean, though, of course, that you're loading the picture as well as the video, and if we're thinking about web standards and things like that, that could take time to load. It is something you need to consider. But again, this is incredibly simple to do. So if you just add in as a parameter poster equals images / image.png, and that's it. And if I refresh my HTML5 video, you can see that we get the PHP Academy logo text, if you like, is there, and then when we play the video, that disappears and the video starts playing, which is great. That's exactly what we wanted. So I think that will do just for sort of talking about the parameters that we can include. Play with them, see what you think with them, but just sort of try to bear in mind different web standards and different users that might be coming in with varying sort of internet speeds and things like that. So it's worth just taking a look over these different attributes and just sort of having a little think about them, but by all means play with them and see what you think. This, by the way, I've just gotten off the W3C, it's www.w3schools.com /tags/tag_video.asp. You can find it quite easily on the W3C Schools website. So what we'll be doing in the next video, I think, is adding a little bit of JavaScript.